welcome back, and how are we doing today? So I said we were going to update it. We did. POTE format cyber dragons are dead. Cyber dragons are not bad, and because of all this, I'm giving away my machine duplications. They are unlimited, I know. Unfortunately, my first eds, I'd say, are closer to moderately played, and I really don't want to give them away because, I mean, you know, they're not in the greatest of conditions. However, I do have a nice set of unlimiteds. Let's go ahead and say, if we can get to 3,500 subscribers by the end of September, I know we can do it. We have had spurts where we shot up like that, usually on videos similar to this. We have hit goals in the past, such as giving away Verde and Ultimate Rare Overload Fusion, giving away BLS Link when it first came out. We've done a handful of these, and we've met a few of them. The machine dupe ones seem to be ones that we never seem to get. Guys, there are so many of you that are unsubscribed who watch this. If only 1/3 of the unsubscribed people who watch these videos would hit that button, we would blow the goal away. So I know it's obtainable. Let's go ahead and get it. So without further ado, we're going to jump on into the deck profile and then talk about choices and why we play each of them. First and foremost, we are playing 3 Cyber Dragon. You can see here too, at least at the moment, due to DB being amazing, it gave us 3 Ghost Rare Cyber Dragons. We'll see if that lasts the length of the video or not. So we play 3 Cyber Dragon Ghost Rares, 3 Cyber Dragon Core, 2 Cyber Dragon Hertz, 1 Naxter, and 1 Fear. Then 2 Galaxy Soldier, 1 Jizukiru, 1 Pankratops, triple DD Crow, 3 Cyber Emergency, 1 Repair Plant, 1 Cyber Load Fusion, 3 Dupe, 3 Droplet, 3 Poly. Oh, now our cores are kinda ghost rare. 2 Prosperity, 2 Talents, 1 Called by the Grave, 1 Overflow, and Infinite Impermanence, rounding out our main deck. Side deck, 3 Lava Golem, 1 Scythe, 3 Silent Graveyard, 2 Cyclone, 3 Warlords, 3 Sanctum, extra, double Fleet, 1 Fortress, Rampage. Then we have our Garura, Mud Dragon, and Dragostapelia, double Nova, double Infinity, Zeus, Almirage, Seeger, and Phoenix. Like I said though, guys, deck's dead. Might as well not even play it. So that's the end of the... Wait, we don't do that here. We actually play and compete. Guys, the deck is not dead. You don't have to OTK. You don't have to win turn 1. Play a grindy game. Play a control game. We can't do it. We can't break boards. Well, I mean, Super Poly's insane. We can play all these going second cards. People are playing around Super Poly and things like that, which means, guess what? Any Cyber Dragon name, set, make Mega Fleet, attack over Toad. Wow. You just broke a Spright board, and you know what? An Xyz monster battled. So in main phase 2, you play through 1 or 2 more disruption, and then you can make a Zeus still because an Xyz monster battled. It does not need to be your own Xyz monster. We have a decent Spright matchup. I'm not going to say favorable. I'm not going to say good. It is not auto lose, and it is absolutely winnable. Tearlaments. That one's a little bit trickier, but again, it is not auto lose, guys. You can compete versus these decks. But, you know, we're a rogue deck, so that means you're going to struggle. There's times where you could play the deck perfectly and still lose, and that is the downfall of a rogue strategy. However, there's going to be days where the cards fall right, matchups fall right, or just things work in your favor, and Cyber Dragon can still compete. Having been on DB Grinder a handful of times in formats where people say it can't, I mean, like, it just takes the right pilot or the right day and things to fall in place. Again, I do definitely think Cyber Dragons can compete, however. So going in a little bit further now, let's talk about the ratios and the cards and why we're playing them. We are on Dupe right now because I think not many decks are playing a ton of hand traps. We're kind of shifting to a board break strategy. So machine dupe is a little more free and clear to resolve because you can break their board and then go through with your dupe plays, go through with your cyber plays, what have you. Whereas in a hand trap heavy format, you break their board, they still hand trap you at dupe, and then it doesn't work out. However, like I said, right now that is not the case. We're going to a less hand trap heavy format and into a more board break format. And I don't even know if you can say we're going into it. We're well way into it. We're well established. So I do think dupe isn't the worst call at all right now. I will come out and say Spright and trap builds are going to be better than pure, but some of us like to play pure for the nostalgia feel, for that feel good feeling. So 3 core, it's our main starter. You're always going to play 3 core. There's never an exception to this. Usually, right? Never an exception, usually. Because never say never. 2 hers, you only need 2. The third one, you'll say, oh, it's a dupe target. Oh, you need it for soldier. You want to open it. Yes, yes, yes. But you only need 2. Like, the card can get clumpy. The card is pretty solid, but it always needs something else. Hers always needs something else, and we're trying to reduce stuff like that. So by adding dupe in, which also needs something else, soldier needs something else, we wanted to reduce the cards that need something else, and hers is an easy one to put down to 2. The 1 Naxter, kind of the same thing as hers. Like, you only need the 1, so we play the 1. Fear. Why fear? Again, guys, it's like, well, we're not in a hand trap format. It doesn't stop in perm. It doesn't. Yes, that's all true. But on the event that they do have Ash Blossom, Gamma, things like that, fear does help. However, more importantly, it turns it off so you can't machine dupe. The card is so bad, right? Well, a few things to that. One, if they have an extra monster in, or a monster in the extra monster zone, you can core, protect your search, fear, make a mega fleet, and then machine dupe your core that way. You can core, if you're playing it, search rev system, and you would summon your fear, and then you could go into, say, Seeger, rev system back. Like, there's different play lines around it. Or, crazy thought here, you let them hand trap core, then you machine dupe your core, and then you summon your fear after you summon out more cyber dragons off your machine dupe. Crazy. I've been saying it for a while. People just use these old excuses, and they're so stuck in their rut where this is what you need to play these ratios, these are the cards, this card's bad. But those are the same people saying that the deck's bad, but they refuse to try anything new. If you're going to say that the deck is bad, try something new. Don't continue to play the same old strategy that you yourself is saying is bad, and refuse to try something new. I just don't understand that logic. But fear, what is one of the best decks right now? Spright, right? So you summon your core and they toad it. Well, now you're in trouble, right? Oh, you could just set your core and make Mega Fleet attack over. Yeah, you can do that. Or you could summon your core, chain your fear, and now they can't toad your core, and then you can still Mega Fleet and you can protect your core search, you can beat over the toad, and now when you phase 2 you still have your core on board, you got your search, and you can go through and play the game that you want to play. So fear stopping things like toad negate is so much more important than stopping an Ash Blossom, and people overlook it. It's also a level 4 for overflow. Kaiju, I mean, Kaiju's gonna be super strong. You can't really necessarily just, I mean, you can Kaiju a toad and then set a card, but they're probably at that moment going to say, wow, he's on the machine Kaiju, and set a card with my elf effect, get my toad back. So, I mean, at that point too, you're just giving them more follow-up than they need to. You'd be better off set a card, make a Mega Fleet, and then like Jizukiru something, and continue playing. Like, but having a Kaiju is just so strong, especially like with Winda, with just really any boss monster. The 2 soldiers, you know, that's pretty standard at this point. Pankotop's really strong, and especially for a going second card. DD Crow and Infinite Impermanence are only hand traps because they're good going first and second. They're good versus all the top decks. Like DD Crow, you can hit the Ronin Totem, or you can hit an elf target to do a lot of damage. Or, depending on what they went for, if they went for an Ibli, DD Crow on Ibli can be huge, because you got to play under that Ibli otherwise. 3 Cyber Emergencies, 1 Repair Plant, 1 Cyber Load Fusion. Wasn't going to play this, but with like Runic banishing off your deck, obviously they could hit this card too, but being able to put stuff back into your deck and play it, plus it's just a power win condition card that you can search out. So with Runic though, especially, that was the tipping point for me. I was on the fence, and then after playing against the deck a few times, I was like, you know, if I search Cyber Load Fusion right here, I win. So I put it back in. The 3 dupes, Forbidden Droplet. I was gonna run just Chalice just for like that mid combo negate, hit the Winda, but I got Ibly locked way too many times. So essentially now if you get Ibly locked and you have Droplet, you just get a free send to negate an extra card, and it's just really good in that regards. So Forbidden Droplet, definitely way better with Ibly in the format. Super Poly, again, Ibly's gonna kind of affect that a little bit, so you got to be a little leery. Pot of Prosperity, I find 2 to be perfect. It's a consistency card. I don't necessarily always want to open it. I always want to open it if I didn't open anything else. So it's kind of just an added card in there. Plus at 2, the chance of seeing 2 in a duel are lower. The chance of seeing 3 are 0. So it's just like one of those things where you don't really want to see this card twice in a game, but sometimes, you know, you have to do what you have to do. 2 talents, 1 Called by the Grave. Pretty self-explanatory. I did consider 3 talents, but the deck kind of already has its own issues, and adding another card that requires your opponent to do something, I just did not want to do that. But overall I was pretty happy in the testing with the deck. And again, like DD Crow, it's good against Tearlaments too, because they have to use the card that they activated the effect as material for the fusion summon. So you DD Crow it, you at least prevent them for 1 play. Hitting one of the mathmechs that they use the trap for, you hit one of those targets and then they're forced to go into the, what is it, Alimbertion, where they get the free search, but that's not going to matter too much, instead of the I forget the other one that uses 3 and they basically get a Trishula effect. So DD Crow versus the top 3 decks, you can prevent Winda, you can prevent Toad, and you can prevent basically Trishula effect popping your, well, banishing your field a possible spell or trap and a card from your hand. So DD Crow is just really good first, second, and that's why it's one of the only hand traps we're playing. Not too much otherwise that I don't think is like not just pretty self-explanatory. Rivalry card's just insane. Silent Graveyard for Tearlaments, just shutting them down, going first, going second. Card's really good. Obviously Lava Golem is Lava Golem. We have ways to special summon and do plays without our normal summon, despite what some people might think. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know down below what you think about this deck, what you would change, what you don't like, what you do like. And until next time, guys, take care. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment down below. Get those machine dupes, because if we hit 3,500 subscribers and you didn't comment on this video, comment down below. You're not gonna win them, because that's what you gotta do. Why didn't I say it before? Well, I want to see who actually sits through the video and watches to the end, and I think those people who do that should be rewarded for it. So comment down below. We hit that goal, someone who does comment will win those dupes. And until next time, guys, take care.